So let's get into it because we might be a little bit short on time. So your pick of the week this week, the name that you're looking at, that you're looking for an opportunity, is Marathon Digital, ticker symbol MARA. What's the play?
So the scoop is we did have this on this show. I'm not sure how many weeks ago, but we did have this on our show. But one of our folks, you guys know that I have our trading trainer premium selling program that people sign up for, and they spend at least 6 months with us learning how to do this stuff. And every Thursday we have a workshop where all the participants show up live and they throw candidates at us, experienced traders, and we give our 2 cents on them. And then we pick one of those candidates that were brought up every Thursday, and we go through and yesterday we actually went over. Imagine that. Usually our sessions or our workshops are about an hour in length. Yesterday it went for an hour and 45 minutes because we took the winning candidate, the one that we got thrown at us, and we actually planned out a trade on it. We back tested it, we forward tested it, and we really, screened and brought this candidate through the ringer. And, I don't usually share those candidates, but this candidate was, again, it was one that we brought up a few weeks ago, but one of our users, one of our program participants, contributed it and contributed their thoughts on it. And it was such a winner during yesterday's workshop that I just had to pass it on to you guys. This guy passed all of our tests, passed all of our planning. We're using a fast MACD for our signals. That would be an end of day signal. We're calculating our fast MACD on volume weighted average price instead of close price, so VWAP. If you've downloaded my free indicator, that's easy enough to do. As you can see right here, you just go ahead and select which price you want your MACD to be calculated on. So I'm saying calculated on VWAP instead of on close. It's the fast MACD, so that's the 619.3. I'm going to go ahead and get back out of that screen. And so you can see we've got these signals, and then we just look for trading day follow through, which I've talked about before. And everything's been planning out. So you can see here we're coming down and we're expecting some sort of reversal signal here around the $16 mark. This would be a perfect time for you to get into this trade. We're talking about buying the stock, buying it in lots of 100, because if you want to sell option premium, everything has to be in increments of 100. It's at a pretty good price. There's a ton of open interest, and a ton of the bid-ask spreads are very small on each of the option chain candidates. So we're looking for that signal, and I'm going to emphasize we're not going to trade until we get that signal. And if we get that signal, we're also going to make sure it hits our price target. So there's a lot of things you have to check off. But if you do get all of your planets aligned, we're talking about buying stock or possibly buying a substitute call option. We'd want to go far out in time, deep in the money, finding something that has just a little bit of extrinsic value, but mostly in the money value or intrinsic value. And then, looking for the next high. It's got a very large spread, which is really nice. I mean, when we did the forward testing SIP, we were seeing like returns every cycle of 15-20%, which is actually quite fantastic, making 15 to 20% every month and having it be building instead of just 15 to 20%. It's parabolic in its gains. The only warning I have is Mara Digital is based on cryptos. It's a kind of a speculative play, and so you want to keep that in mind. Perhaps not going to the max investment that you can do based on your amount of loss, your risk appetite, but maybe dialing it back, realizing that this is a speculative high volatility and high implied volatility play. But otherwise, this is like right in our alley.
And the link to AJ's indicator is in the chat. But for any of the newbies, new traders, if I were to simplify what I'm looking for next, it would be a blue arrow near that red line to kind of decide that we found some support because we've got the indicator that's giving us a little bit of validity there.
And we look for that blue in the evenings after the market's closed. That's what I mean when I say end of day. We're looking in the evening. So anytime in the evening, right? I do it after my toddler's gone to sleep. So it's usually about 10 p.m. at night. I look through and I look for that blue arrow. And if you get one of those blue arrows, then that's when the next trading day you look for your follow through. And if you don't get your follow through, then you don't do anything. If you do get your follow through, then you open up a position, right? And you can actually, if you get a little bit of elegant, this is what we talk about in our program a lot, you can program your trading platform to do that part for you so that your piece is only in the evenings.